Ugh. Yes, I know the movie just came out. I just left from watching it, but this is my review on Guardians of Galaxy 3 Infinity War. That's a play on words, of course. That's my little inside joke because this movie is the Avengers Infinity War, but the Avengers play like a supporting role. It was the Guardians of the Galaxy's movie. They were the ones who monopolized all the time. And it just blew my mind because they're like, oh, it's an Avengers movie. The hell it is. I'm sorry, it just wasn't an Avengers movie. I love Guardians of the Galaxy because of its comedy and how they interact with one another. And I like the Avengers for their more serious role, their more superhero esque type films. And when you advertise the film as one thing, but it's the other, your expectations sort of get in the face because I wasn't expecting that. I didn't want that at that time. Like, I wanted a superhero movie, and that's not what I got. Anyway, before I go any further, spoiler alert. I'm gonna let you know that now. There are spoilers in this. So, I'll give you some time to click off the video. About 5 seconds. Alrighty then. So let's just jump right into it, shall we? The pacing of this movie sucked balls. It was terrible. So, if you've seen Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, the Mummy, um, the Mummy comes to life, and they say we can't let him go to this place because it'll be too powerful to stop. He gets to that place. Okay, well he made it here, but he's got to go to this other place because then he has to power up, but then he'll be too powerful to stop. He gets to that place. Oh, he can still be stopped. We just got to get there before he gets there, and yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Essentially, it's the same thing with this film. Instead of having a mummy looking for mummy stuff, you've got Thanos, which is not, he's not even a god. He's an alien from a different world. And he's looking for Infinity Stones. Infinity Stones that our heroes know the locations of. That right there is the important part. Thanos doesn't know where these things are, but the heroes do. Okay? The heroes know where they are. So, that's just one of the issues that I had. One of the main ones. Like, he can't get to an Infinity Stone because if he gets to this next Infinity Stone, he'll become too powerful. He gets to it. Oh, well, we still have more, so we can still stop him. Why would y'all say that shit out loud? Why would y'all let the audience believe that this Infinity Stone will be the last one and then you just throw the towel in, it's over? No, 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 no. It's not over. That's just, them talking out their ass. They don't know what they're talking about. Bah. Another thing I don't like, the inconsistencies. Mostly around Thanos. There are other characters that seem really inconsistent, but Thanos at the beginning whoops the Hulk's ass. I mean, the Hulk is wailing on Thanos and he's taking them punches like it's nobody's business. And he punches the Hulk, I think, like 4 or 5 times in the face and knocks him down, and then just like stomps him, like curb stomp, bam, and the Hulk's out. And when I say the Hulk is out, I mean the Hulk refused to come back. He refused. When he changed back into Bruce, and Bruce said, I need you, the Hulk said no. The Hulk said no. He literally said no, and then that's it. You didn't see him for the rest of the movie. Anyway, so he beats the Hulk relatively easily. At that point, he had 1 Infinity Stone. So when he's got 4 Infinity Stones, why is he having so much trouble against Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Mantis, pretty much the entire Guardians of the Galaxy minus Gamora and the raccoon? And so I didn't really understand that part. Like, how are you going to be a writer for this film and write the Hulk getting his ass stomped to the point where he's afraid of coming out again to fight, and yet you have these guys who really don't have nearly the strength to take on Thanos, taking him on, and actually nearly beating him. That didn't make any sense to me. Also, the fight between the Hulk and Thanos, you have the Hulk punching Thanos all up in his face, no bruises, yet you got, I think Star-Lord threw like some sort of knife and it cut his cheek. No, it was Iron Man sent something and it cut his cheek, and he's like, is that all you got? Just 1 drop of blood is all you can do? How did that even happen? If the Hulk was whooping your ass and punching you all up in the face and you were just laughing it off, but you get cut by a little piece of metal, like a little piece of something that just whizzes by? Inconsistencies. And that fight I mentioned where they almost beat him, The reason why they don't beat him is a what the fuck moment. Like, people up in the back were like, what the fuck just happened? Because something really dumb was written into the movie to make it so Thanos wouldn't lose at that part. And when I say really dumb, it's one of those moments. Because it's like, could have had a V8. No, I digress. I'm rambling at this point, but let's move on. You have Spider-Man in this film. He's another inconsistent character. For whatever reason, he gets the new suit that is just like Iron Man's suit. Just like Iron Man's suit. And he gets legs like Dr. Octopus. No. No. That's not good. That's not good at all. That was dumb. Don't know why they decided to do that, but that was stupid. And it sort of changed the dynamic of the entire character. So once again, instead of having Spider-Man, you had Iron Man and Iron Man Jr. Because his suit was made out of metal, just like Iron Man's. So it made you wonder, what the fuck? Also, at the beginning, you see the whole bust thing where his hair stands up in the trailer. That's the spider sense. That's the first and only time in this film that he used it. Gets sucker punched left and right, and it makes no sense. Nonsense. Stupid. Don't know what happened to that, but it was dumb. I honestly, we were waited so long for this film to come out. This was being built up by the Marvel studio and Disney, and what they delivered was a hodgepodge of mediocre garbage. And it makes sense now because I saw that they didn't want anyone to review the movie until today, until it was released for early review or early previews, and it makes sense why, because there was one article said this movie juggled a lot of things, and it juggled a lot of things. Jumped from here to there to everywhere else, and it tried to piece everything together and did a piss poor job of it. And I don't know what they were really going for, because the ending of this film, which, by the way, Halls, this is part one. There is a second part. When the credits went up, people were pissed off because they were like, how the fuck could they end this movie that way? I wasted my time. I didn't know they were going to let the Avenger people lose. This is part one of two. I said it before, I'm saying it again. And if you didn't hear it the first two times, this is part one of two. Okay? I don't even know the point that I was trying to make before that. This movie just is so infuriating. I don't know what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting a DC level performance. I will admit that. $500 million was apparently the budget for this film, and I think they wasted it all on talent, and they didn't buy or pay for any good writers. Because I gotta tell you, it wasn't very good. And I may seem like I'm nitpicking, but from someone who goes out to watch movies on a regular basis, and I go to be entertained, to watch something that pulls you out of the film so much because of its inconsistencies, because of those what the fuck moments, because of that shouldn't have happened like that. There are way too many of those moments in this film, and they had way too long to prepare for this. It's like saying, hey, are you ready for this? This is the final stretch. You've been waiting so long, and they kick you right in the balls and say, good luck with that, and walk away. I don't know. I guess I have to go and see the next two movies before they release the second half of Infinity War. They're going to be releasing Ant-Man and Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel. That's something else that didn't make sense, because the cutscene at the very end, they only have one for this film. The credits are super long, and it's honestly not worth it. If you go to see this film, you can leave and then Google or YouTube the cutscene, because all it is Nick Fury hitting a button to page Captain Marvel, which begs the question, like, I wanted to know, if she was always an option, when they first arrived on Earth in New York and Scotland, why the fuck didn't y'all call her the first time? If she is supposed to be that big of a support for the Avengers, why wasn't she there when all that shit went down to begin with? And Ant-Man wasn't there at all, by the way. If you were looking for Ant-Man, don't. He must be like small the entire film, because you don't see him. I didn't. Maybe there's a director's cut coming out where they have him come in for a little bit, and but he wasn't in this film. I'm not sure why he was credited to be being in this film. Just wasn't a good film. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. I honestly though want to make a trailer or a video about the trailer for Jurassic World because for this film they're going to show you the trailer for Jurassic World, the second one, and if you didn't see it and you see it, you're going to be pissed off. I'm just going to leave it at that.